guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl B here, back with another video. If you're a regular, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you like what you see. And I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button before watching the rest of the video. And if you're just passing by, please subscribe. Thank you. So as you guys can see by the title of today's video, I'm going to be talking about mental health issues and things that you can do to get out of depression and suicidal thoughts and whatnot. So let's get started. So I did ask people on my Instagram to ask me questions about mental health issues, and I also asked them to tell me how they have dealt with mental health issues and whatnot. So as the video goes, I'm going to be answering questions, and I'm going to be also sharing what they have shared with me. So I'm going to start by basically explaining what mental illness is. Mental illness is basically a condition that affects your emotions, your moods, and your behavior. So that's what mental illness is. So if I go around saying mental health issues, is basically the same thing. Mental disorder, mental illness, mental health issues is basically the same thing. It has the same meaning, if I could say, right? On track. I decided to do this video mainly because you know, with everything that's going on in the world, it's really easy for people to, you know, how can I even say this, to fall into depression or have suicidal thoughts and whatnot. So I've decided to do this video to basically help people, and give people advice, if I could say, and basically also share how I've dealt with mental illness and having suicidal thoughts. Okay, so you know the drill. If I do a video like this where I have to answer questions, I obviously ask my followers to ask me a few questions related to mental health and how they deal with mental health issues. So there's so many things. So guys, sorry, my phone is charging. So basically I'm going to start with answering the questions, and then I'm going to share basically what they've shared with me and how they have dealt or still deal with mental health issues. You're on track? Perfect. So the first question here says, how did I know that I was depressed? How did I know that I was depressed? I knew that I was depressed or had a problem when basically I was not eating. I did not find any interest in anything. I was just very negative, and I kind of sort of maybe knew I was depressed because I started cutting myself, and I was just a very unhappy person, and yeah, that's how I basically knew that I was depressed. Okay, next question says, do I regret cutting myself? Yeah, I do. Personally, honestly speaking, I do, because right now the deep cuts that I did left really weird marks on my hands, and now I have to carry that with me every day. It's like a little reminder, and you know how some people just stare, and that makes me really uncomfortable. So yeah, I would say I do regret it a lot, because I don't sometimes I get so especially in summer, I get so shy to even wear white sleeveless shirts, because I know they're there, you know. And sometimes when people see them, they ask me hey, why did you cut yourself? And some people find it really funny, but yeah, so I would say I do regret it. How did my family react to me being depressed? How did they react? Well, my aunt, she was very, I don't want to say supportive, but I don't know, I feel like she was more concerned, if I could say. She was very concerned. And then my mom, I feel like she didn't really get it. She didn't really understand why, because she never really sat me down and asked me what the problem is, what is basically happening, what is the reason behind you doing all of this, you know. So yeah, and I don't think my sister knew. My uncle didn't know, my grandmother didn't know, but it was just my aunt was more concerned. My mom she didn't really get it. She didn't really understand. So yeah. Next question. What triggered your depression? What triggered it? I don't know. I honestly thinking I don't really remember, but it was just basically everything that was just happening at my life at that moment. Like me like being basically bullied at school, if I could say, and me not having friends, and my mom's and I's relationship not being very great, if I could say, at that moment. So I feel like that triggered everything. Like it was just one too many things at once. So I could not, like my mind, I feel like I was losing my mind. My mind was not very stable at that moment. So yeah, I think those three things, but mainly the bullying at school, like, and me not having friends. That was just horrible. But yeah. What are the things you do to keep yourself from relapsing? Okay. I would say I keep busy. I keep very, very busy. As tiring as it might sound, I feel like I'd rather be busy than sit down and do nothing, because if I sit down and do nothing, I'm going to think about all the bad things that are happening in my life, and where I'm at. I'm going to feel like I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not going forward. And yeah, I feel like to keep myself from relapsing, I keep very busy. I exercise. I don't know, I try to keep a positive mentality, if I could say, but I'd say keeping busy and just distracting yourself. I'm not saying like you should not attend your emotions, or you shouldn't have a moment and sit and just figure out how you're actually feeling, but I would say, yeah, you should have a time to deal with your emotions and just figure out how you're feeling. But also I basically keep myself busy to avoid basically relapsing, because I know if I get into that dark place, I'm gonna be there for a very long time, and it's gonna be very difficult to actually get out of it. So I keep very busy. I keep busy. Yeah. Next question. How do you deal with anxiety at the moment? Anxiety. I don't have like severe anxiety, but I don't know how, like, let me not even lie. I don't know how I deal with my anxiety at the moment, but also it's also because I don't get like major anxiety. Like I'm not a person that gets panic attacks, and yeah, so I wouldn't really know how to answer that question. I'm sorry I can't be very helpful in that department. With me, with what I've, and it's actually a very bad thing, what I've basically learned or decided to do for myself, I mize. I know it's a good and a bad thing, and I know sometimes you genuinely have to deal with your emotions, but sometimes it works for me. I genuinely just might as not deal with it, because I know if I deal with it, it's going to really affect me, and if it affects me, I'm just going to go back to square one, and we don't want that, right? Did you get help? Did I get help? No, not really. Not really. Only mainly because I didn't really want help. That's why. Basically, I didn't really want help. I felt like at that moment and at that time, I felt like I have to deal with this by myself. I need to get myself out of the situation. I just need to figure out what is going on and how I can basically take myself out of this dark place that I'm in. So yeah, therapists were involved here and there, but when I attended such things, I did not give my fullest attention. I just went there because I had to go there, but the help I got didn't help me, if I could say, but I felt like I had to help myself. So, you know, but yeah. Okay, how long did it last? It lasted grade 7, grade 8, grade 9. Basically, I would say 2.5 years, 3 years, basically 3 years, if I could say, yeah. Did I have a support system? I have a support system. I'd like to think I had a support system, but I didn't really think I had a support system, because at that time, I didn't really have much friends, and it was just a very difficult time. So I wouldn't really say I had a support system. Yeah. When you were depressed, were you addicted to anything like drugs and alcohol? No. But I know it's not really the same as drugs and alcohol, but then I would say I was addicted to cutting myself. Yeah, I don't want to say it's addictive, but you get so used to it because in your mind you're thinking it's going to help you ease the pain, you know. It did. I know it doesn't make sense. I'm making like causing pain to heal pain. I don't know if that makes sense, but cutting is addictive, if I could say, but it's very addictive actually. Let me not even lie. And it's not addictive in a good way. I'm like, yo, yes, that's what I'm doing. It's because at that moment, like, you're just so hurt. You're just like, you know what, everything, and it ends here, and I don't want to deal with this whole thing we call life anymore, and Jesus, I want to leave. I want out, and yeah, basically that is it. So I would say I was addicted to cutting, if I could say. Next question, does cutting make you feel better? Yes, it did, because I can't even describe the pain. I can't describe the pain or the feeling. Am I proud of the whole cutting thing? No. It's not something to be proud of, but you know what, they're my scars. I deal with them. I love them. It says here, do you think that a healthy relationship can contribute positively to a person's mental health? Yes, I think so, because if you're in a positive and loving relationship, if I could say, yeah, it can contribute to a person's mental health. Like, if you're in a very positive relationship, it can, because you are so happy around this person, or in the situation that you're in, you wouldn't really have a moment to think about all the bad things that are happening in your life. Like, you wouldn't really go into the whole depression and negative phase. I don't know if I'm making sense, but answering the question, yes, I do think a healthy relationship can contribute positively to a person's mental health. Do you think being in an abusive relationship can cause a person to develop mental illness or worsen a condition they already have? Yes, because this person is already going through something internally that is basically hurting them and causing them to be very negative, and then being in a very abusive and negative relationship can cause their mental health to worsen, because it's like they're already going through something, and then they're in a relationship and they are in an abusive relationship. So obviously, being in two negative situations, they will worsen the situation, the condition you're already in, you know. Like, it's not going to make them feel any better. It's not going to make them feel better about themselves, and it's not going to better the situation, basically, you know. Yeah. How can strong friendships help a person who has mental health issue? How can someone develop a strong support system? Okay, answering the first question says, how can strong relationship help a person who has mental issues? I feel like a strong and positive friendship can help a person so much. Like, it can help them so much, because knowing that there's somebody you can rely on, knowing that you have this person that is willing to be with you through thick and thin, whether it's a friend or a boyfriend or whatever. I feel like it can help them so much. And I'm saying that because I feel like if I had like a strong support system or a strong friendship or whatever, like with people, I feel like it would have helped me so much, and I would have gotten over it so quickly. Like, maybe it would have taken me like a year or 6 months or whatever, and not 3 years. So I feel like having a support system and strong friendships can help a person who has mental illness so much, like more than you could ever imagine. Like, genuine chat. Okay, so the next topic is how do people deal with mental illness? Okay, I will share those with you guys. I think I've already answered it. I dealt with my mental illness by basically because at that time I was, after the whole thing, you know, me being negative and whatnot, I basically decided, you know what, I need to distract myself. I need to find something that's going to keep me busy and whatnot. So in that time, I started working out. I think I've said this in my previous mental health video. I started working out like yeah, I started working out, I started doing sports. I didn't really shift. I started, like, basically I was minusing all the negative things in my life at that time, and I decided to focus on things that are kind of keep me busy and make me have like a positive mindset. So exercising and basically sports, and also I would say how I deal with it now, and like not wanting to go back to that dark place. If I feel overwhelmed, and I feel like I'm getting anxiety, and I feel like, you know what, I'm starting to be negative, I switch off all my notification, like all my apps, like notifications. I switch them off. I take a break from social media, because also social media can play a big part in somebody being negative, because you might see people going forward, and you'd also feel, oh, yo, I'm actually stuck in this place. I'm not really going forward, but I'm going backwards. So social media also plays a part in somebody being depressed, if I could say, and feeling negative about yourself. And, you know, so I would say switching off or deactivating your social media apps, like basically just taking time off. And trust me, taking time off, the first day you would feel like, yo, I feel so much lighter, because if you take time off, you basically take time for yourself as well, because you're not focused on what other people are doing, but then you're also focusing on what you're doing, and you're basically trying to figure out what you can do next without actually focusing on what other people are doing. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Yeah, so basically taking time off social media also helps. Trust me, it helps. I do this I do this a lot, even if it's just 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month. Do it, because it's gonna help you. Trust me, because I've done it twice. I was off Instagram for like I basically do it for like a week, or like 5 days or 3 days, and it helps. Or I just deactivate my accounts, and I'm just like, you know what, I am shutting the social media world out, and I'm just gonna focus on myself and what I need to do. And trust me, after this few days, you're gonna feel like, whoa, there's gonna be a difference. If I can, I'm gonna get into the things that people have shared with me and how they deal with mental health. I think this is basically a suggestion. This person says physical exercise helps fix aid mental health issues. Like I said, working out, keeping busy helps. And this person is like, these are questions I still haven't read. It says they dealt with it by going to a psychologist and a psychiatrist. Okay, that was also good, because talking to somebody who is basically not a family member, or somebody you don't know, if I could say, because sometimes people find it better to talk about their problems to people they don't know, because they feel like they won't judge them or anything. So that is also really proper. And then it says, I read the Holy Word of God, the Holy Bible. Okay, that is also good. This person is like, I sometimes ignore it till I have to pray about it, because I can't afford to get a therapist, and they're currently struggling from anger. Okay, after I've shared all of this, I'm basically going to tell you guys about the hotlines as well. So if you're watching this, please just stay tuned. I'm going to be sharing all of that right now. And then this person is like, music therapy helps. Okay, music, yeah, thinking about it now, I also used to listen to I think Drake. I don't know which album but then at that time, yeah, music also really helps, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, okay. Then they are like, or I take a drive to the farm, then sit on top of the car and drink wine. Okay, yeah, sometimes just being away from everybody helps, just to take a breather and just put the whole world on pause. That works as well. Yeah. I think that is pretty much it. People didn't really share how they deal with mental health, but I feel like what they said and what I've said basically concludes how to deal with mental health illness, if I could say. And it's basically getting help, going to a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a therapist, whatever, and also just keeping busy and taking time off social media, to just trying to figure out trying to figure out where you are at in your life and things to do to better your situation, and also talking to somebody basically. Okay, I just said, I'm basically just sharing what I've basically went through and how I've dealt with it, and I'm basically also sharing the things that people shared with me, and I'm just giving my 2 cents. And then yeah, so if I say something wrong, or maybe if I say something you don't agree with, feel free to comment down below, tell me your thoughts on what I said. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, because it's a free environment. You're allowed to give your opinions, you know. And I would also like to just answer one more question that I did not see, and I just feel like it's, you know, appropriate. It says, yeah, how deeply did your mental health affect your aspect on your life, academics, and daily routine? Okay, I'm gonna start off by saying my daily routine was ruined. It was ruined. I would basically just go to school, come back. I would not attend any sports. I wouldn't have time. I don't want to say I wouldn't really have time to chill with my friends. I didn't really find any interest in chilling with people. I would basically just go to school, come back, sit here, think about all the negative things that are happening in my life, and I would cut myself, and I would OD, then basically just go back, go to sleep, wake up the following day, do the same thing over and over and over again, you know. So it did really basically affect my daily routine a lot. And then did it affect my academics? Oh yes, it did. It did. I don't want to lie, it really did. In grade 7, not as much, but I would say in grade 8, it really did, because in grade 8, I was, you know, new in high school, and there's just so many things happening as well. So in grade 8, definitely, my marks were horrible. I don't even want to, my marks were bad. I was like quarter to failing, basically. They were bad. I was basically failing each and every subject. I was failing each and every test I was doing, because I didn't really find interest in studying. I didn't see the purpose. I didn't really see why I should study. It did affect my academics really bad. So if you're watching this video, and if you're still in school and you are going through a mental illness, please just get help. Please find somebody to talk to. Please do whatever you need to do to get out of that place, because trust me, it will affect you really bad. It's going to affect your academics really badly, and we don't want that. So please just get help as soon as possible. And if you can't really afford therapist, psychologist, and whatnot, please just stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about all of that in the next topic, so stay tuned. Concluding the question, how did it affect my life as a whole? It affected my life really badly, like I said. Guys, being depressed or being in a very dark place is not nice, because guys, you find you're not interested in anything. You're not interested in anything. You're not interested in yourself. You're not, what am I saying? You're not interested in anything. You're not taking good care of yourself. You're not really performing well in school. You are not doing any sports. You're just in a dark cloud. I don't even know how to explain it. You're just so negative to a point. You just basically just want to end your life, because you don't really have a reason why you should actually be alive, you know, because you're just why am I still here? Why is all of this happening to me, and why am I still here? What am I still doing here? So yeah, so it does affect your life pretty bad. That's why you end up getting suicidal thoughts. Talking from experience, that was the whole reason I was cutting, and I was in it bad. I was in it bad. And also thinking about it, I feel like if I had a support system, friends and maybe attentive family members, if I could say, it wouldn't have lasted that long. I don't think I would have been depressed or in a dark place for 2.5 years or 3 years. I feel like it was not gonna last that long. Okay, now guys, I will basically reaching the conclusion of the video. So now I'm going to be sharing national suicide and crisis lines, emergency lines, and where they are and where you can basically get them on social media. I'm also going to be talking about one particular national suicide and crisis organization, if I could say. Yeah, but now I'm just going to be sharing the numbers and the emergency. Basically, the ones are basically found is we get one that is Adcock, Ingram, depression and anxiety hotline. I will leave the numbers below and also in the description box. This one is basically it's a leading South African pharmaceutical manufacturer sponsoring line to provide immediate help for people suffering from anxiety and other mental issues. And then we also get one in Bloemfontein. It's Befrienders. Is basically if you're feeling anxious and very confused about your life, you can basically reach out to them and they can help you. I'll leave all the numbers in the description and right here at the bottom, right here, somewhere here. And we also have Lifeline South Africa. It's a 24-hour crisis intervention service. Here they basically help you with everything, whether it's anxiety, depression, and suicide. You know, yeah. And there's also one more. It's actually a couple, but I'll leave all of them in the description, like I said. And there's also one here. It says here suicide crisis line. It's also open for 24 hours, and if you need somebody like a counselor, somebody to talk to, they will provide you with one. I don't know where it's based or located. They didn't really say, so I can't really. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about one support group in particular. It's called the South African Depression and Anxiety Group. This group is one of the largest, if I'm not mistaken, one of the largest mental health / anxiety group in South Africa. So I'm going to leave their details also down below and their numbers over here. You can find this support group basically on Instagram and on Facebook, and then I'll just leave all their handles as well. The reason I'm saying this particular group is because they help basically with depression, anxiety and suicide. In that group you can basically get free counseling, and it's also open 24 hours. So I just feel like you should check it out if you basically can't afford a psychologist, a psychiatrist or a therapist. I feel like you should go onto the website. I'll leave all the details down in the description, and I feel like it's worth checking out if you are going through something and you feel like you have nobody to talk to, you're just not okay, and you just feel like you're in a funk and you need to get out of it. I suggest you get help as soon as possible. I'm going to be leaving all the emergency lines down in the description and over here, and I'm going to be leaving the social media handles. And yeah, and I hope this video is very helpful to people that need help, and it's very helpful to those that just don't know how to get out of a very dark place that they're in. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope I've said some pretty informative things. I think I have, and I also hope you take my advice and you learn from my mistakes, and I hope you don't do certain things that I did. For example, cutting. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do that, and it's not nice. I wouldn't really encourage anybody to do that, and if you are, please stop it as soon as possible. Please just stop. Take that razor or whatever you're using, throw it away, stop it. I am telling you right now, stop. Like I said, guys, I hope this video was very informative, and I hope it was helpful. For those that participated in the whole Q&A thing, thank you guys so much for sharing your experiences and how you guys deal with mental illness, and just thank you so much for taking your time and interacting with me, because I know mental health is not really mental health issues is not really a topic that most people feel comfortable talking about. And also, for some point in my life or some stage in my life, I also didn't really feel comfortable talking about it, but now I just feel like just because I didn't receive the help I wanted or the help I need does not mean I can't give advice or help somebody out there who needs help. I hope that made sense, because in my mind it made perfect sense. I hope saying it and you hearing it makes perfect sense. So also, if you're going through something, please don't feel scared or anything. Just to send me a DM, send me an email. I will be open and willing to help you out. So yeah, guys, I hope this video was very helpful. And also, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, even if it's not you that's going through something, if you know somebody that's going through something, please just help them, and please just be there for them. Please just be their support structure. And yeah, like I was saying, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for tuning in. And guys, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. And yeah, till next time, Bye.